Hi everybody, Jim Deedlow here, AM 1230 WJOB. You know me from the morning show. This is a test to see if we can't do a little midday video here for you to keep the coverage of the Calumet region rolling most of the day. That shuffling of the papers in the background, that would be Vera opening and closing desks and so forth. You know her from the morning show also. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we talked about this morning. Former East Chicago pastor Chester Mulligan, he's now at a church in Miami, has now had his trial moved forward 11 times in the Lake County court system. Of course, Chester Mulligan is charged with having sex with a 14-year-old girl and when the girl had asked to stop, that he allegedly threatened to go after the sister. So that trial for the 43-year-old Mr. Mulligan still not going on. CN's proposed purchase of EJ&E. We talked a lot about that on the morning show, and we talk from time to time about that. Certainly, Representative Pete Visclosky talks about it also, and doesn't want it to go through, pointing to possible hurdles on South Shore expansion, Gary Airport expansion, and development along the lake shore in East Chicago and Gary, and of course more trains here in the Calumet region. That rumble you hear at the WJOB studios here around 12:42 p.m. It is, of course, some thunder. We'll talk about that in a minute. But how about Ralph Nader at Cracker Barrel on Saturday? He was pretty critical of the toll road lease. How about budget hearings at the Hammond City Council tonight at 8 p.m.? And the issue will be there are some reductions in staffing, but there's also raises being thrown around City Hall. Let's see if that comes out, who's getting those, and what's going to happen with that. In sports, 29-13. Who'd have thunk the Bears had beat the Colts by 16 points on national TV? Kyle Orton looked good, so did the Bears defense. Let's do it again next week, huh? How about 3-2 on the Angels over the White Sox? Cubs fall 4-3. Purdue wins, and in high school football, we had, of course, here on WJOB, Griffith for the third week in a row. Losing, well, they didn't lose, but it was the third week in a row they were on. Hobart 19, Griffith zip. Wheeler 58, Whiting 6. Andrean 35-16 over EC Central. Munster 48 zip over Highland. South Central put down Bishop Knoll 25-13. Crown Point 10, 7 over Maryville. Lowell 42 zip over KV. Business midday. The Dow up about $1.50. When we went on, we had during the show around 8:30 that the Dow was up about 300, so it's come off some of the euphoria. Weather today, of course, as we predicted earlier, we predicted that it would rain. Then, of course, it got sunny for a couple hours, and now it's raining pretty heavily here in central Hammond. Expected to do so for the rest of the day and maybe even into tomorrow for a while. Wednesday's your day, high of about 80 and sunny. Same thing on Thursday. Jim Deedlow, this is a test. AM 1230 WJOB.